Continuing our Crypto 101 series, we'll be diving into utility tokens. Our last video, we talked about stablecoins. There's definitely a difference between the two. So let's peep the agenda. We'll be talking about what is a utility token. Then we'll get into a couple use cases. Then we'll even look at some examples. And then we'll analyze issuance and how they're distributed. And then we'll wrap this up with a quick summary. So what is a utility token? The textbook definition of a utility token is a type of cryptocurrency designed to provide access to functions or services within a blockchain system. So quite literally, without that utility token, you can't do much in that ecosystem. So you need to have whatever utility token is required in order to move and operate within that blockchain. Usually, utility tokens within a system are the natively issued token, or they can be a token that is launched by a project building on that particular chain. So they're trying to incentivize you to utilize that token in their system, which can provide you access to services or different functionalities within their project. So utility token use cases, you can use them for gas fees or transaction fees. Basically, what this is, any function you perform within a blockchain comes with a gas fee or transaction fee. So in order to operate or do anything within a blockchain, you'll have to pay some type of gas fee. Now, the good chains, they have very cheap gas fees. You don't really have to worry about that. The cost of the transaction fee is completely negligible. You don't even have to worry about it because it's so cheap. Governance voting. So within the world of crypto, a lot of networks or projects operate within governance voting that allows token holders to use their tokens as a means of expressing their voice. So a lot of projects, a lot of networks, before they enact anything, especially on that could be a major impact to how you operate or use the blockchain, they'll propose a vote, and you would basically stake your tokens either for or against that particular proposal. So yes, in the world of blockchain, your vote indeed matters. Then there's reward incentivization. Usually if a blockchain or a project wants to influence a certain type of behavior, then they'll reward you to perform those actions that they want you to perform. So if they want more stakers, then they'll offer rewards for those that stake. If they want more liquidity providers for a particular pair, then they'll up the reward rate for that particular pair to incentivize more people putting liquidity in that pool. There's several different types of rewards within the world of crypto, but yes, you can use your assets to generate a yield and earn actual rewards that you can do whatever you want with. Some examples of utility tokens. So there's Flare Networks FLR token. You have the XRP Ledger's XRP token, and then you have Ethereum's ETH token. So each of these have different functions within their own blockchain. For Flare and Ethereum in particular, you can, stake, you can delegate, you can provide liquidity, you can participate in borrow lend services, things of that nature. There's even governance voting as well. XRP, you can do most of those out except for governance voting. So there's that. When you hold these tokens, you have access to a wide range of functionalities within that ecosystem, whether it's yield generating or governance voting, whichever one. These tokens indeed have a function or use case in their system. So moving on to issuance. Now, when it comes to airdrops, that basically means that you didn't necessarily have to pay for that token in order to receive it. A lot of times projects will airdrop you a token if you are already an active participant in that ecosystem. So instead of exchanging cash for that token, they'll just airdrop it to you as almost like a thanks. And that generates hype, that can generate interest in whatever product or whatever service is coming about. And it gets early interest in that particular function or product. ICOs. So ICO stands for initial coin offering. Think of this like a pre-sale almost. Like you can go to a particular page's or a particular product's sale page and exchange one token for whatever is being offered at the ICO. And it allows you to get this token most times on a discount before it goes to the public. And then there's IDOs. So IDO stands for initial DEX offering. So instead of going to a particular project sale page like you would in an ICO, an IDO allows you to go to a particular decentralized exchange. That's what DEX stands for. And exchange one token for whatever is being offered in that initial DEX offering. We'll get into DEXs in a much later video. I definitely have plans to talk about the different exchanges and the difference between exchange or traditional exchange like Coinbase and a decentralized exchange. So don't worry if you don't really understand some of these terms. I have videos planned to cover all these terminologies. So don't trip. But yeah, so moving on. Summary. So in conclusion, utility tokens are key to blockchain functionality. Quite literally, without these utility tokens, you wouldn't be able to perform certain functions within that ecosystem. So if you want to perform certain things or do certain functions within that ecosystem, you gotta have the utility token. Utility tokens also enable holders to perform functions on a particular chain. So like I said, just reiterating that, if you want to perform certain functions on a blockchain, you have to have that utility token. Without that utility token, there's not much you can do. And then utility tokens can be used in products or services such as DeFi or digital marketplaces. Again, another term that I plan on explaining in another video. DeFi is a whole separate rabbit hole from everything else, but we got to go through the basics before we can get there. That's like black belt advanced level stuff. So we'll get there. Don't worry. Digital marketplaces, same thing. Well, I'll explain those as well. That normally encompasses things like NFTs or other digital products that you can purchase. But yeah, so I hope this video was extremely informational to you. Let me know what you think about what was discussed in this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and get ready for the next one.